Hey guys, this is Andrew for Poker Savvy Plus. Once again, I'm with you for a six-table session, but this time things are a little bit different. This is kind of officially, I think it's going to be part 4 of my Grind on the Mind series, but it's a new session. This is not the same session as last time. This is going to be a session at $50 no limit. First of all, we did a session at $25 no limit. Now we're going to do pretty much the same thing at $50 no limit, 6 tables. The differences between last time and this time are, first of all, and most importantly, that I'm only playing these 6 tables, not playing 9 tables like I was last time. Those of you who have seen the first 3 parts of this series will know that I made a lot of mistakes when I was playing 9 tables, which I think was a good lesson in itself. But I felt like in this session, there were certainly a couple of small mistakes that I made, and actually one kind of mistake that I made in a 3-bet pot, which I wasn't too happy about. But for the most part, I feel like I played much, much better. I had much more time to think about my decisions, and even though I was still getting a decent number of hands per hour, roughly 600, I think, on these tables, I was playing well also. So that's a nice balance there. I ended up losing a little bit in this session. I had the impression that once I finished the session, like straight after I finished, I definitely had the impression that it was a really bad session, and I thought I was down a lot. I thought I was down sort of 3 or 4 buy-ins. But as usual, your mind does play tricks on you when you have a bad run, and I was only down like half a buy-in. But there were plenty of spots in this session which just didn't go well for me at all. There were a lot of spots where, I pretty much had the worst possible result, or like bad turn cards, people not folding when I would have liked them to. I got stacked once in a pretty bad spot. I thought I played the hand very well, but ended up running into a better hand, which you'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the graph and the stats for this session, and I'll bring that up now, just so you can get a sense of what happened. This will be 3 parts. This will be a 3-part video series, so this is going to be the entirety of 3 parts. As you can see, like I got stacked relatively early on, and then I didn't actually realize. I thought I was sort of hovering down here and just generally not doing very well, but I had actually won a fair few pots back, and I didn't actually really register those, which is kind of an interesting, I guess, psychological thing. We definitely, as poker players, tend to be very negative, and I think that that's kind of a decent example of where I thought I was still down, but actually I was, towards the end of the session, I was actually up a little bit, which I never would have thought. For those of you who want to see the stats as well, I'm just gonna, I think they're a little bit off the screen. Yeah, so I played like 484 hands, down less than a buy-in, which is awesome. I was playing 28-25, which of course is far looser than I know that a lot of you play. I was keeping it straightforward, but my natural game is just quite loose and quite aggressive, so don't take that as if you're playing like 19-17. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with playing tight.